Krishna and gopis at Vrindavan. The musicians were singing of the episodes in the life of Sri Krishna, especially associated with his divine love for the gopis of Vrindavan. This was a theme which always appealed to the master and would throw him into ecstatic moods. Krishna, God incarnate, lived the years of his boyhood in Vrindavan as a cowherd. He tended his cows on the green meadows along the bank of the Jamuna and played his flute. The milkmaids could not resist the force of his divine attraction. At the sound of his flute they would leave their household duties and go to the bank of the sacred river. Their love for Krishna destroyed their attachment to worldly things. Neither the threats of their relatives nor the criticism of others could make them desist from seeking the company of Krishna. In the love of the gopis for Krishna there was not the slightest trace of worldliness. It was the innate attraction of God for pure souls, as of the magnet for iron. The author of the Bhagavata has compared this love to the all-consuming love of a woman for her beloved. Before the onrush of that love, all barriers between man and God are swept away. The devotee surrenders himself completely to his divine beloved and in the end becomes one with him. Radha was the foremost of the gopis, and Krishna's chief playmate. She felt an indescribable longing for union with him. A moment's separation from Krishna would rend her heart and soul. During many a moonlit night Krishna would dance with Radha and the gopis in the sacred groves of Vrindavan, and on such occasions the gopis would experience the highest religious ecstasy. At the age of 11 Krishna was called to be the king of Mathura. He left the gopis, promising them, however, his divine vision whenever they concentrated on him in their hearts. For centuries and centuries the lovers of God in one India have been worshipping the divine by recreating in themselves the yearning of the gopis for Krishna. Many of the folk songs of India have as their theme this sweet episode of Krishna's life. Sri Chaitanya revived this phase of Hindu religious life by his spiritual practice and his divine visions. In his ecstatic music, Chaitanya assumed the role of Radha and manifested the longing to be united with Krishna. For a long period Sri Ramakrishna also worshipped God as his beloved Krishna, looking on himself as one of the gopis or as God's handmaid. At Surendra's garden house the kirtan had begun early in the morning. The musicians were singing about the love of Krishna and Radha for each other. The master was frequently in samadhi. The room was crowded with devotees. Among them Bhavanath, Niranjan, Rakal, Surendra, Ram, and M. and many members of the Brahmo Samaj. In accordance with the custom, the kirtan had begun with an introductory song about Gauranga. Gauranga embraces monastic life. He is being consumed with longing for a vision of Krishna. He leaves Navadvip and goes away as a wandering monk to seek out his beloved. His devotees, unable to bear the pangs of separation, weep bitterly and beg Gauranga to return. The musician sang, "O Gaur, come back to Nadia."